KTVU South Bay reporter Jesse Gary live for us in downtown San Jose tonight with more on how much of a hike is being sought and the impact to customers and the company. Jesse.
Claudine, good evening to you. If California insurance regulators approve everything that State Farm says it needs, then customers of State Farm could be looking at a 50+% increase in their rates. Experts say the alternative is another insurer unable to survive in the Golden State. San Jose resident Irene Smith Monday night dressed for rain but worried about a more impending storm related to her homeowner's insurance policy. She's been with State Farm for years and is now staring at a substantial rate hike.
With the utilities continuing to go up and now insurance is continuing to go up, I mean, I've been lucky to keep State Farm. I've enjoyed my business relationship with them, but the rates going up, it's going to be too high for a lot of people to handle.
On the first business day of the new week, State Farm executives petitioning the state for a 22% rate increase to help avert a more dire situation for the more than 2.8 million policies issued by State Farm General, including 1 million State Farm General homeowners customers and the insurance market in the state of California.
State Farm is in some serious financial problems. I mean, they're in a situation right now where 6 months ago they put in for an emergency rate increase with the Department of Insurance for about 30%.
That first appeal came before last month's devastating LA area fires. 50,000 acres of land has been charred and over 16,000 homes and buildings destroyed. State Farm says it's paid $1 billion in claims and more is still on its books. The company says immediate emergency interim approval of additional rate is essential to more closely align costs and risks and enable State Farm General to rebuild capital. Experts say the roughly 52% aggregate rate hike is needed to balance State Farm's books and keep the main insurer from sinking financially.
When you're in a situation like State Farm is, where you control 20% of the entire insurable market in California, and there's a loss that happens this way, they're going to have to go somewhere to get that money.
In an emailed response, the California Department of Insurance says to protect millions of California customers and the integrity of our residential property insurance market, the department will respond with urgency and transparency to recommend a course of action for Commissioner Ricardo Lara. The department will investigate these rate applications thoroughly to ensure Californians are charged the appropriate justified rate. Meanwhile, homeowners such as Irene Smith are stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one hand, pay higher rates or drop State Farm and move to another insurer which would likely charge higher rates. Smith sees a looming disaster not just for homeowners, but for all residents.
I'm also worried about how it's going to raise the cost of housing for everyone in California, in San Jose.
Smith worries the impacts of higher premiums will drive up housing costs at a time when cities such as San Jose are trying to build more housing to meet the needs of the unhoused populations. The Department of Insurance has not given a timeline for when they will make a decision about the 2 emergency rate hikes sought by State Farm. We're live in downtown San Jose this evening. Jesse Gary, KTVU, Fox 2 News. Claudine, back up to you in Oakland.